Join the Wide Whale team May 9th at 3 p.m. Eastern for part one of our three-part virtual event series, Voice of the Resident, where we will look at the tour and move-in lifecycle stages. We've built a data set of 400,000 Google reviews from residents of hundreds of top multifamily groups, including the NMHC Top 50. Using AI and topic sentiment analysis, get a unique perspective on resident preferences. Go to widewhale.com/data to sign up or find it on the revised community. That's widewhale.com/data.
Welcome to another episode of the Multifamily Collective. I have a topic. I have a thesis that has been floating around in my head for some bit of time. I've actually started to author a blog post that I'm going to release soon. And I've asked for some input from others in the industry to opine or to add to. So collaboration, but at some point we'll release this thing. And it really is a discussion about centralization and what I am perceiving in my head as a battle. And it's an unspoken battle in organizations across this country as it relates to centralization, or call it efficiency, call it pointy skills, people going into specialization. You can call it whatever you want. It doesn't matter. It kind of matters, but it doesn't matter. You know what I'm talking about. So the battle that's shaping up is the battle for power and control over the decision-making process. Power and control, 100%. No one will say that out loud. In my opinion, they'll never say that out loud, but it really is about power and control over the decision-making process and the ultimate outcome of whatever you're trying to centralize, versus this innate need and desire to empower people and give them autonomy. If we think about Gen Y and Gen X, they really like autonomy. People like autonomy. It's not just that generation. It's all generations. We like the ability to call our own shots. We like to program our day. We like to set our own schedules. We like to do things with some degree of autonomy.
This episode is brought to you by Wide Whale, the reputation partner for BH, Avenue 5, Trilogy, and more. Join Wide Whale on May 9th at 3 p.m. Eastern for event number one in our three-part virtual event series, Voice of the Resident. We will be looking at in-depth topic and sentiment analysis from 400,000 Google reviews from residents of the largest multifamily groups, including the NMHC Top 50. Throughout the series, we will report on resident preferences and trends found in reviews by lifecycle stage, retention, residency, and for our first event, tour and move-in. You'll leave with insights to optimize your operations, creating better resident experiences and driving better reviews. Put your dollars to work in the right places. Hear it directly from the source, the words of 400,000 residents. Go to widewhale.com/data to sign up or find it on the revised community in virtual events. Attend live or watch on demand. That's widewhale.com/data.
And as an organizational leader, you like to empower people in that respect. You like to empower them generally, but you like to empower them in terms of autonomy over their day and autonomy over their, to some extent, over their workflows. But centralization doesn't work like that. You can't have all these sort of disparate processes and disparate disciplines and disparate routines and expect an outcome that is similar in nature or a same outcome, right? You can't do that. If you have 28 ways of doing things versus one way of doing things with one or two people versus 28 people doing 28 different processes and potentially creating 28 different outcomes, it doesn't work. So there's this battle. It's an unspoken battle between the need and the want and the desire to have power and control as an organization, and keeping people inspired and motivated by allowing them to have some level of autonomy and empowering them in some way. The shuffling around of the deck chairs, so now they have autonomy to do this, or they have empowerment to do that. But what people want power and autonomy over, or autonomy and empowerment over, is some of this stuff that we're putting up here in this category of specialization and centralization. It's going to be an interesting thing to watch play out, especially as it relates to people in the workplace and their ability to create an impact that is meaningful to them. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.